All right, so today I'm gonna got the window out, but I wanted to show you that this is all fucked. This is broken. The actuator, if you actually push it, it doesn't do anything. All these rods and plastic are busted up in here. I'm gonna do my best to get my camera in here and show you, but I'm gonna pull this actuator out. Already got this rod out. I'm gonna redo this whole linkage, which is here, and then I'm gonna replace this plastic, which is here, which means I gotta pull this piece off, pop a new one on, and we'll go from there. So here you've got your actuator, and this rod attaches to this linkage. I'm looking from the top down. You can see that linkage is totally busted off of the hinge. It's pretty typical, which is why your actuator may work, but your door lock won't lock, because this whole piece is supposed to move back and forth, but there's nothing driving it. So if you follow it, it goes all the way over here. There's actually a clip. You can unclip, pull that piece off, and then guide it all the way back and pop it back in to this little pinhole right here. You gotta pop that out. And I'll catch it with my hand, but that comes out. We'll put a new one in. It's the best angle that I can find to show this. Since I already have to take this out, I'm gonna pop this whole linkage out, I think, and replace both of them. So come in here with any kind of tool and pop it down. It will fall out. It's right here. It's a pain in the ass if you drop it, so don't drop it, I guess. You set the gun. Well, see it. Gotta figure out how to get it out. All right, so now that I have fished this piece out, which had fallen, which rests just like this to hold this piece in place. It fell into the crevice of the door. This comes out of this very small hole right here. Okay, so we have popped this whole linkage out. Well, this is hard to do in the dark. There we go. That comes out that hole there. And now I'm gonna fish this old piece that's broken out of there. And the only way to really do that is remove the actuator. So I'm gonna pull this actuator out real quick, which is super easy to do. Actuator just comes right off. Bigger problem is just getting this moisture barrier out of the way. And it's got 2 zip ties on it. Easy peasy though. So you just pull these 4 off. One of my tricks is, if I'm working in the driveway, if I drop a piece, just stop, look down, and keep my eyes on it until it stops rolling. Otherwise, that shit's hard to find. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Now you can see the actuator just kind of hangs on to this piece, which we're going to release. But I'm going to cut the cable so I can rotate it more. Easy. Now there's a little zip tie. There's a little zip tie down here. It's just one little one. Redo that later. Another one right there. Now this guy can move freely. And I just undo it. Important just to remember this hooks towards the front of the car. As I understand it, you can see if these actuators are good, if the solenoid is good, by if it stays in the position that you put it in. So this seems to be okay. I'm gonna let this hang down here. Now I can actually just move this broken piece. I can slide it. You can see it coming through right there, right? And in fact, this whole piece right here just hooks and unhooks. So I get that out of the way, maybe around here. Remember that goes in, so it just hooks up. And then I take this busted plastic piece all the way back, pull it out, just here. Super easy. You can just pull that. Remember that the part that the hinge connects to goes forward because it's going to twist in towards the door. So I'll just pull that out there. That's the shit. And then we pull the old hinge piece out, which is right there. Get your hand under it, through that spot where the actuator is, and just push that through. And there it is. It's just fucking broken. Now, the front doors and the back doors are different. These back doors have this, I forgot what it's called, but those are tricky to get off. You kind of need like some sort of spanner tool. I need to be careful not to break the plastic behind it because I don't know where that part comes from. So I need to figure out a cool way to remove that carefully. All right, so looking from the top down, here's my lock piece. It goes up and down. This is my whole actuator rod here. This whole piece. So you can see there's a little bend in it further back, where the actuator hinge thing goes on, so it stops there. But you can see that this shape is a little different with that little piece touching the door. So I don't know that I can replace this. I don't have that part. But I do have to get this off, this little plastic hinge, which I'm worried is going to break it. So, I'll be back. I took all of this apart. This is the door handle piece, and there's that little tip that comes out to hold this guy in place, right? So as the actuator does this guy does that. This piece is totally normal, and I've got a bunch of these. That is not, so I'm gonna add that on and put it on this new one. That's it. Okay, new hinge. Got this new piece I added back on, and so we're gonna install that. Feels pretty good, and it looks good, so we're gonna do that. This way. Which means that it sits in this way, which means that it comes in like that. Cool. That's right. Okay, and this goes there. That, and we'll do this whole thing again. Push it from behind. Boom. Okay. There we go. this way. That's right, I was right. So that'll come all the way in. Flip forward. And that will go here. Do that from under as well. There. There's only one way this will go in, so let's do it that way. So basically, you need this in this way, so it's dropping down. That piece. Where did I just put that? This J is going to be going towards the front, so I need to hang it like this, which means this piece will go in this way. I'm just gonna let that hang. Bring it in this way. Still. Alright, now I should turn this corner, hang down. Very interesting. That. Right? So let's hope that works. Let's get that in there. Up. Unlock, it's down. About like that. Let's see. I'm still not seeing the hook. It's too far away. It's different orientations. It might be left and right, actually, which would be kind of weird. They're not labeled, so I'm gonna take a break and see if I can figure out if there's a difference. We'll try this whole thing again. Like I said, way easier to put this in this way. Be able to see what you're doing. This way. Like that. I think I just did it upside down. So that is good. And now just slide that all the way back. It takes a little turn, and then we drop this in here, and then you can see the hook is there, and then it pulls it up. So I'm gonna set this. It's good to go. My tool back here. Push it in. Well, seems to be on there pretty good. window grease all over my hand. Gross. Wash off the glue for this. All right, let's. All right, now look. Check it out. It works. Now, when this actuates, I have this pulling up, which it used to not do at all. Now we're gonna put all this shit back in and test it. Alright, so that's a little hard to get, so we'll get that out. Drop this a little bit further. This guy will sit up here. Now, there's a good chance once I get all this in here, I'm going to realize that these actuators don't work, which will suck. But we'll sit there, and then we slide this. All right, baby's up. Here we go. All right, now we're going to put the handle back in. That is this part. This goes like that, I believe. That will go here. do is add that there for now. It's just a bit easier. And then hit that with some PB Blaster. Maybe do a little bit here too on this guy, because this handle's kind of, you know, it's not great. Just touch it just a little bit right there. It's kind of like a hinge point. Oh. So that's not right at all. That came in from the wrong side. That's what she said. Ah. That. I'm gonna do a little re-clip on this guy, I guess. I'm not stoked about, but I'll do that in just a minute. It's just kind of weird. Flex point. Okay, PB Blaster. Here. There. Okay. Cool. All right. And now it's all clean. Cool. Away. Will it work? Am I being dumb? Probably. in. There we go. Get Rover lunch. Huh. Okay. Great.